Okay guys, welcome back. We've got Benton today and we're going to introduce, well, we've already already introduced this and you can see part of it in some of our other videos, but ground tying. I personally have had better luck when I teach my horses to ground tie before I actually hard tie them. Benton stands tied, but just for just as a little trick in how to, I'm going to show you all guys how I start to teach how to ground tie. Because if a horse knows how to ground tie, then they do a lot better when they start to learn how to tie to something that is a solid object. And I have found that you don't have issues such as pulling back, sitting back, trying to break the neck, trying to break the legs or anything like that. So that is one of my favorite things to do, and it's super easy, nothing too hard. So we're going to try to set him up at a better angle for the camera. He's not having it today. It is hot, so we're not going to do a whole lot, which is why I chose ground tying to start us off with. I typically like to teach, when I'm doing ground tying, I like them to learn how to back up as well. So how I teach them to back up is sort of like Clinton Anderson's method with the wiggling the rope. I originally got that from him and I absolutely love it, but I just don't go through all the other steps that he does, like the wiggle and wave and marching and all that stuff. I just don't do that. I never really understood why he suggested to go through all those, I guess, but I do like the wiggle because I don't have to put a lot of pressure. I don't have to yank on the face, and it's a good transition through reins and things like that, and I just love it. So I do like to teach them to do that, and it's not hard to teach at all. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our lead line here. I like to do this with our lead line to start off with, and this is essentially kind of your introduction to the word whoa, because whoa means to stand still, huh, Benton? So I am just going to let out all of my lead, and I'm just going to have the end in this hand, because if I need to just immediately just pull it through and start wiggling or something, you know, whatever it may be, I like to start with just a little slack on the ground, and just try to walk around. I like the slack to stay on the ground as much as possible because that leaves the least amount of space of error for me to accidentally cue him to back up. Whoa, whoa. There we go. Whoa. So something I also, I don't like to get mad if a horse is not understanding or doing something that I'm asking. Instead, I typically like to change how I'm asking the question or change a direction, get a new look at it. So he did really good standing on this side. So we're just going to go back to that side and show him that he's doing a great job. And we're going to stand here and just let him chill out, doing good. Now we're going to try to go to this side again. Horses can also get confused with this if you are teaching them to yield their hindquarters, yield their forequarters, things like that. So you really want to be really clear with your cues about where they need to be. So, you know, he's doing a good job. We're going to walk up to him, give him a little pet and rubs. That will also kind of encourage them to want to walk off with you sometimes too. So I always give the word whoa before I walk off. I like my whoa to be a bit deeper. So just like that, I'm walking in my lead. Try to pay attention to what you're doing, unlike me. But I'm walking all the way over here to check my camera. And he's doing great. So my Pivo is dead, so we're trying to make the best of this. But he did great. Look at that. So I'm just gonna act like I'm walking over this way. I'm gonna gather up my lead just in case I need to get a whoa back in there. I can even cue him if at any time I'm watching him and I feel like he is going to make a move. I see his muscles tighten or something, and I feel like he's whoa, wanting to step off like that. I can say whoa and then immediately start asking him to back. Just like that. But this is kind of just how I ground tie. He does a really good job. He also does not like Scout, this dog. They like to fight each other. So, but he does a really good job. He's doing a good job. So let's just walk over here and love on him. Oh my goodness. So a little update on Benton. It's been a while since we've done a video. We haven't really done a whole lot of training with Benton. We've been doing the round pen and lunging and things like that. So today I wanted to kind of just lunge in the outdoor arena, get a new atmosphere, and kind of show y'all how far we've come so far. I haven't done specifically a whole lot of training with him, just kind of what y'all have already seen. We did go to our first rodeo in parade, and I ponied him beside Jake in the parade, and he did fantastic. He spooked once because one of the other horses was spooking, but that was about it. It was nothing out of control, nothing to get in anybody's way or harm. And then at the rodeo, we rode around. He did fantastic. I did have my cousin get on Jake and pony Benton around, and I got on top of Benton and rode him bareback, and he did do a little crow hop. He reared and then did a little crow hop, and because I was bareback and not expecting it, and I'm not as good of a rider as I used to be, I did fall off the side of him, but it was like such a bad little crow hop that I ended up, like, I was hanging on to the side of him, and then I just like fell and stepped on my feet. Like I just kind of stepped off of him when he got done, because I tried to get myself back up there, but I couldn't. So I just kind of landed on my feet. But there was a horse behind us that time again, and I think it kind of spooked him. So he did that. But after that happened, I got back on him, and we were able to go 2 rounds around the arena without him doing anything. So I think that was super successful. Just trying to put some weight on him, trying to get him out there, doing some fun things. And he did fantastic. I'm super proud of him. I cannot wait until he's bigger. I know. Okay, so let's try this one more time, and then we'll ask him to move out into a lunge. He's been doing really great. So this was just kind of, I wanted to do like an update, let y'all see how things are going right now, because we've kind of taken a break on training for Jake and Benton. I need to get back into riding Jake, but his top line is so bad that I can't justify riding him. I need to start lunging him and going over cavalettis, but you know, who's got time for that? Him is a good boy. So his response, I'm not gonna lie, does need work. However, I'm letting him get away with being pretty lazy. I call it lazy. It's just hot out here. He probably does not want to work. So I'm just letting him do his thing. He is walking for me, so I'm gonna take what he wants to give me. Up, here, here. up, up, up. So I'm gonna take that note of him wanting to kick out. He did not like extend his leg, but he showed some unhappiness. So I'm gonna take note of that, but I would like him to trot both ways just a little bit before we get done. Up, 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 up. Okay, so he did a trot. We're gonna ask for whoa. Great man, great man. Here, up. We'll see if he'll go into a trot. Up, 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 up. Whoa. We're gonna ask for a backup. That is really all I wanted from him, so we're just gonna call that the end of our session. Come. Come. He did great. That's kind of where we're at today. It is hot. I would like to put him on the line and show you loping and change of direction and all those things, but I'm not gonna make him do it, to be honest.